the lady at the extreme end. Thank you.
My name is Namanya Hope. I go to Makai Memorial College, Natete. I'm in Senior 5 Sciences. I'm offering BCM. I'm looking forward to becoming a gynecologist.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good afternoon to everybody. My name is Janat Fidaus Kagudire. I go to Kawempe Muslim Secondary School. I'm in Form 5 Sciences. I offer BCFN, strokes of math. I'm looking forward to becoming a pediatrician. I'm very passionate about children, and inshallah, I hope to become a good one.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nabgaza Majarine, and by God's grace, I go to the secondary school. I'm in Form 6, and I do PEM. I am very privileged to be here, and I'm really excited to give my views about the topic that we are going to discuss. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mercy Judith. I go to Chitante Hill School, the school at the hill. I'm very privileged to be here today. I do BCM stroke ICT. Previously, I wanted to do physics. When I discussed that issue with my dad, unfortunately, he discouraged me. And he took away the dream of I being an engineer. But today, after coming here, I feel very much revived. I'm very privileged to have been in such a congregation, and I'm looking forward to deliver out the issues during this panel. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, beautiful ladies. To the audience, I think you've all noticed that these 4 beautiful ladies are pursuing science combinations. So these 4 ladies are pursuing STEM. And I think that's one thing that deserves a round of applause, right? Thank you so much. We're going to have a discussion where the aim of this is for us to be able to get views from these young ladies. I'm going to be engaging them in, I wouldn't want to call them questions. It's going to be more of a discussion for us to get to hear their opinion on certain things, yeah? And starting with Mercy, you've mentioned something that you initially wanted to pursue engineering, and you got some discouragement along the way. Would you mind sharing with us how you dealt with that, and how it made you feel, how you were able to get over it, and how you're able to actually be right now pursuing a science combination that you're doing right now? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Mercy. First of all, I would like us to appreciate the fact that we are grappling with societal problems where our parents are actually evicting us in many negative ways, but also positive ways. I would like us to know that we are in a world where STEM is being dominated, but we also grapple with the effect of maybe parents who may be illiterate about what this world really requires. So you realize that most of what the child requires is maybe a positive support from the parent, a parent to give you that kind of encouragement to push you towards what you're supposed to have. But then some of us have the parents who maybe think it is too expensive to pursue a certain kind of science subject because they start having thoughts about how will I pay your university fee? Like they do not analyze you at the grassroots. They look at the future perspective, and that like hinders your kind of capability, because I think at their kind of mind, they have that kind of thought of maybe she cannot do it, but they do not necessarily analyze what her capabilities are. I think one thing that a society needs to embrace is that students or maybe children have different interests, and these are things that need to be addressed. but then giving them a kind of positive environment where they can easily cope up with society is something that should be embraced. But also making sure that they do not feel left out, and also maybe their interests are not kind of stopped along the way. It is something that we need from our parents. When my dad tells me that he does not afford an engineering course, I remember I was in Form 2. I had just joined my secondary school, so I was like, really, this is so unfair. But throughout the O-level course, I was like, I'm seeing myself perform well in sciences. It means I do not still have to kind of annoy my dad, so I was like, if I can't do physics, at least I can do biology. And when my UNEB results came out, I manifested an A in biology, an A in mathematics. I was like, now this is really great. But onto the core of him telling me that he cannot afford an engineering course, I was like, I'm not going to kind of annoy him, but let me do something that is still into my science interests and also is benefiting me as a lady in STEM. That's how I chose to do BCM, and I managed to get along the way of making sure that I show positivity in everything I did. So yeah, the society I was in, the career guidance provided at school, gave me that ambitious kind of mindset, not necessarily looking at the society where I come from, but the future perspective of what I uphold. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mercy. You've hinted on something about parents. In your opinion, how do you think children can approach their parents to get them to understand their dreams? Because I'm sure every child has a dream. How do you think, in your opinion, how do you think a child would respectfully approach their parent and tell them, this is what I would like to do, and get the support from them? Do you think it's something that can be done, and how do you think it can be done?
I would like us to know that we as children do not have the capacity to convince the people who are above us, because in Africa we are dominated by the parents who think they have the final say. You do not have anything upon what they have said. If they've said A, it must be A. You cannot bring your B. You get? So I think, according to society, we have to analyze the way these kind of parents are shaped from the grassroots, because it becomes difficult for me to go and tell a person who is higher than me, the father I have, telling him that, you know what, Dad, I want this, that, and that. Yet he has just told me, don't do this, that, and that. I think parents who are here, you can understand when I say that, because you like showing that you are more, like you dominate the family. You do not want to give that space for a child to express what their common interest is. So as a child, not to kind of annoy your parent, I think it's better you talk to the people who are actually good at approaching the parent. For example, your teacher. I think it kind of creates a safer space and a neutral ground for you to like introduce your interest, because at the end of the day, you're looking at an environment where you're not going to be kind of put down or maybe create a hate between you and your parents, because mentally that would be affecting you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate the fact that you've mentioned that, because I'm a believer of, if you can't approach someone, I'm sure there's always someone that can talk to them on your behalf, and things can maybe more or less go in the way that you would like them to go. So thank you so much, Mercy, for sharing. Marjorie, the issue that Mercy has talked about, does it resonate with you in any way? Because why I'm asking this, during Engineer Nanono's presentation, she mentioned something about environment, and she mentioned something that one of the reasons why she was able to grow in ranks the way she has is she had a supportive environment, and at work, probably family as well. Does it resonate with you in any way? Do you feel you're supported to take up STEM? Do you feel you're getting the support that you need from school, from your family? Please share with us.
Good afternoon to you once again. Well, The issue Mercy has talked about, it resonates to me in a way that in our home, like from my big sister to me and my little brother, if we go in A level, all of us are supposed to do sciences. Period. It's my dad's rule. My sister did BCM. I'm doing PEM. And by the time my brother reaches senior 4, they'll sit down and assess his combination. That's my dad's rule. But when you come to my mom, initially I was supposed to do PCM. But chemistry is not really my thing. I used to work hard, but results are not coming out. So I was like, let me do PEM. We sat 2 weeks before I got a combination. 2 weeks, my dad is still thinking, processing. My mom is like, I'm going to talk to him. After all, it's my better half. I'm like, okay. So, in the end, the Almighty, our Father, he agreed, and I did PEM. Right now, it's what I'm doing. So then he was like, if results don't come out, I'm like, they will come out. So then my brother was like, Maji, I'm scared. Hope I ran away from home. And I was like, no, don't run away. But me, I'm going to be an accountant. And I'm like, yes, you will be an accountant. For the side of my mother, she's really so supportive. Very supportive. And I thank the Lord for that.
Thank you, Marjorie. I think we can clap for Marjorie's mom in her absentia. Thank you so much. Marjorie, just a quick one. Aside from that, I believe there could be some other maybe challenges that you think you're facing in your journey to, as you're taking up STEM, as you're doing this combination. Can you kindly share with us some of those few challenges, and what do you think can be done to help you overcome those challenges? Because the whole point of this and the whole aim of this is to encourage girls to keep taking up STEM, to get to know that things are done, things are doable. So those challenges, how do you think you can be helped? And maybe you can, in your response, you can maybe help another student here today. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, first and foremost, in our class, the physics class, we are 135. But in that 135 class, we are 26 girls. The rest are boys. So in our class, there is an unspoken rule that all girls who do physics, we are bros. We are men, we are handsome. We are supposed to look shabby. Why are you tucking in? You do physics, you're wasting time. Why are you tucking in? That's what the boys can be saying. They can come to class, oh bro, how are you doing? A girl. If it's discussion time and you stand up, like one time I stood up, I was like, they were like, who can draw a photograph? I was like, I can draw it. And they were like, but if you, like, you don't know how to draw. I mean, let us look at your fingers. And proportional. So I stood up, I went and I drew it perfectly well. So, in our class, it was a practical. So, I sit on a lab table. I think I'm the only girl, the rest are boys. So, when we are connecting electricity, like electricity practicals, meter bridges are heavy. So, some incident was happening and I held the meter bridge with one hand. I'm like, my God, indeed you are a bro. You are a man in a skirt. It's a form of like stereotyping is what I can say.
Marjorie, just sorry to cut you short. I just wanted you to get to know and appreciate the fact that whatever those people are saying, it should not put you down in any way. I mean, look at where we are. I mean, ladies have done these things, ladies are up there, so regardless of what anyone says, this is not, it could be male-dominated, but women, we are doing things as well, you know, so let that uplift you, let that keep encouraging you, and just keep knowing and have this at the back of your mind that these things are doable. You can do whatever it is that you set your mind to. Yeah?
So as I was saying, there's a form of like stereotype. So like how I've explained how it is. So we can be given assignments, like mathematics assignments. They are due on Thursday. On Wednesday, as girls, we sit down in our rooms and discuss the work and do it. Thursday morning, boys come, they are not done the work, they are collecting books. The same person they call brother, the same person they be like, oh, bestie, some work, please. Let me some. With the same person, they think you can't do a Vanderbilt. Then you keep telling them, but you said I can't do anything. Why are you getting my work? They'll be like, those are just jokes. But at the end of the day, we know like they can segregate us in a way that is very not visible, but when it is there. So we have our physics teacher. His name is Mr. Matov. He encourages us as girls. We sit in front, but when girls come, even if you are late, you do not sit behind. You sit in front. He tells us that be aggressive on yourself. Then there's also another stereotype. Now, for me, I'm Amsoga. Yes, I'm Soga. So as you know, things they say about Basoga. You know, you understand at 45, Mate, you have problems with your toes, stuff like that. So in the evening, in prep time, can be in open shoes. So these boys can come and be like, let us see your toes. As a physics student, let us see your toes. Like, you're the only one who has evolved from ginger. Then I'm like, that's where electricity, like, that's where HEP comes from. Like, Then also there's this thing whereby they can say that boys are believed to be better than girls in physics, math. Okay, in STEM, boys are believed to be better than us because STEM involves critical thinking, analytical thinking, very expanded things. But we can be in a class discussion and teacher puts a number on the board and I swear to you, it's a girl who stands up and does it.
And that's something that we need to clap about, right? Thank you so much, Marjorie. Just a few things that I've picked out from what Marjorie has said. She talked about that idea in schools. I don't know how true it is, but from her view, it is there in the sense that in schools, maybe girls are meant to think that they can't do certain things, or maybe there's just like engineer no presented, maybe there's some level of bias in schools. So one of the things that she mentioned was that there are some teachers, there's a teacher that she mentioned that is supportive, that in a way tries to encourage them. So that could be one of the methods to, in a way, put a step forward to ensure that such biases are in a way eliminated from schools so that girls get encouraged more and more and more to keep taking up STEM, to keep knowing that these things are done. So just to head over to Hope, the issue that Marjorie was talking about bias and gender discrimination in schools, is it something that you resonate with? Aside from the help from the teachers, what do you think schools can do to ensure that girls are not made to feel a certain way? Girls are not made to feel like they're bros. I mean, these things are supposed to be done by females. What else do you think can be done by schools to encourage you, to support you, to keep taking up STEM confidently and you keep pursuing your dream?
I think, like, for it to happen, for STEM to continue and abolish that bias, these teachers should stop some kind of things that they do. Take for instance, if a girl wins in a paper, she's overpraised compared to when a boy has won. So that creates a sense of thinking that girls are weak. But we don't want that. We don't want to be told to come to sit the front as if we are disabled. You get? We are not disabled. We have minds. We can think just like boys can do. So I think that could be stopped. And then teachers should also encourage the parents to encourage us of engineering and mathematics. Because just like the lady in blue mentioned it, that the dad does not support her, the dad never liked her offering physics, that's very bad. And just like she said that if the teachers talk to the parents, they can easily listen. They can easily understand that you can offer it and you can do it better than even some boys. Just like we see these engineers, there are very many men outside there that have not managed to reach where they are. Meaning we can do it even better than the men they say that are better than us. Those are just stereotypes, but we have energy and power like they say.
Oh, thank you, Hope. I like that. Thank you so much, Hope. In Hope's submission, what I've captured, I think to the teachers that are in the room, I think let's give the girl child the acknowledgement when they achieve certain things. For example, if a girl child is maybe good at a certain subject, let's give them the acknowledgement that they deserve to make them feel like, okay, this is something big, it's something huge. In a way, it keeps encouraging them to keep giving it their all because they feel like it puts them somewhere in line with schools, in line with their growth, in line with the dreams that they're trying to achieve, yeah? So, Janat. I'd like you to kindly share with us, there are so many children that are girls in rural areas, deep in the villages. How do you think those girls can be helped to get to know that opportunities like these actually exist? For them to get to know that they can actually take up STEM, to get to know that these things are doable. How do you think we can help a girl child deep in the village to get to know that they can do this? There's space for them out here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So to begin with, I think there's an existing problem within the current status quo, i.e. whenever people come up with forums, they find it important to, host them at places like these, People want to host these things within areas like Kampala because they find it very expensive to go to such places. The problem with that is, in most cases, the bigger problem does not exist within cities like these ones. It exists within areas like Kapchora and all that, right? So I feel like if we are supposed to work on that, then we need to go to the grassroots, i.e. we need to get to these places. If you want to organize a forum to empower women, it does not have to be urban women. It has to include everybody. If we are fighting for inclusivity, it cannot only be for schools like Kawempe or schools within these areas. It has to go to areas like Jinja, it has to reach out to areas like Kapchora, because those are girls too and they matter too. So to that extent, I feel like we need to have outreaches. They don't talk about, supporting a hand, give out a hand. If you have been successful within Kampala, because a lot has been done to help kids within urban areas. I feel like it is then better if we then push these similar opportunities to kids like those, because they are less privileged as opposed to someone like me. I can easily reach out to a teacher. There's places where they do not know that a female teacher can teach sciences, i.e. places like Jinja. They most likely have never seen a female teacher teach them. What happens then is the incentive for those children to take on such things is killed, because I've not seen anything. They talked about something like, oh, you cannot dream it, you cannot make it if you can't see it. If I cannot see a female science teacher, I'll most likely not take sciences, because I don't think I have a future. If the teacher teaching me physics is female, I'll most likely take on physics because I know I can make it. I cannot dream big if I cannot see these things, right? But also secondly, I feel like there's an existing problem within those areas. Firstly, parents in Uganda and like most developing countries think that the end goal of a girl at the end of the day is marriage, right? So if you talk about doing sciences, they'll most likely be like, you want to be a doctor, that's 5 years. When are you going to get married? When you have kids, who is going to marry you? I think these are things that people need sensitization on. Parents within those areas need to be told that, oh, a girl child is way better than a skirt and a dress. They deserve better than, oh, marriage or get married. It is true that it is important to get married, but we still need to actualize. I need to become an individual of my own as opposed to someone's wife. If I have to become someone's wife, it does not have to be at the expense of my own, goals and ambitions. I think sensitization, but also sending such outreaches to those areas is what is going to solve the stereotype from the grassroots.
Thank you so much, beautiful ladies. So in a nutshell, what I was able to capture from the feedback from these ladies, and it's a take for the audience as well, yeah? I think one of the solutions that Mercy gave was maybe teachers can help students to talk to parents. Some children are not able to maybe directly talk to their parents and get to express to them their dreams, their wishes. So maybe the teachers, they're able to know the capability of every student on a deeper level, probably than the parents. So maybe the teachers can help these students talk to the parents, encourage the parents to support them. Also, in schools, let's kindly get to acknowledge the girl child when they get to do big things. When they're smart, let's keep encouraging them. Let's keep being there for them. And to the students, again, look at where we are. Ladies are doing big things. There's nothing like this thing can only be done by men. No. We can do this. Ladies have done this, meaning we can do it. And then also lastly, maybe one thing, mentorships. There's a previous speaker that talked about it, and I pray that we take it up, we keep mentoring these people, we keep mentoring these students, because they are the young generation. So in conclusion, I would like to thank these four beautiful ladies that have joined me here. I would like to thank you, the audience. I would like to extend a warm appreciation to ERA. Thank you so much for this project. Thank you so much for this project that is so empowering. It is so encouraging. We get to show young ladies that dreams do come true. Things can be done. Thank you so much. I remain yours truly, Mercy Faith Nabulime. Thank you.
Wow, indeed, this has been the best. It has the most interesting response. Another round of applause to our students. Thank you so much for this very interesting panel and reminding us of the power of positivity. And parents, you've heard for yourselves. Please, let's be supportive. Let's be careful what we tell our children. And let's also be supportive to those who are even not our children, because it's your responsibility as a man, as a lady, to support the girl child. Thank you. Maybe just to respond to Janet, she had mentioned that we need to reach out to the children in the villages, but I want to assure you that the Women in Energy program has been doing this. We have reached out in 2025. We reached out to Kasese, we went to Fort Porto, we have gone to Kalangala, Masaka, Kavale. So we are trying as much as possible to reach out to the young girls out there. But thank you so much to the girls. Please let us give them another round of applause for all that very good information they've shared with us. And also, I think someone else had mentioned something to do with menstruation periods, but I want to assure you that under the Women in Energy, we are also issuing out reusable sanitary towels to support the girl child to stay in school. So please partner with us. We are doing the best that we can. But thank you very much. In the meantime, I would like to request Miss Millie to come and pray for us as the board chair decorates these young girls. the panelists, please come and have a picture with board chair and the board members and our management. You deserve it. Please let us clap for them as they take their picture so that they can smile very well. Thank you very much to the board chair. Thank you for decorating our students. And now I know most of us are very hungry, but I want to assure you that our management has prepared some very nice food for you. But of course, I want to invite Miss Millie to come and please pray for us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, moderator. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's very informative so far, and we thank God for that. Let's humble ourselves for a prayer for the meals that are before us. Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you for this moment. We thank you for the progress so far. We thank you for each and every one that is in this place. Father, before us are meals to partake of. We pray that you bless them, sanctify them, and bless each and every hand that contributed to the meals. We bless your name, we exalt you. In Jesus' mighty name, I've prayed and believed.
From the Ministry of Education and Sports so that they can tell us what they're doing to support the girl child. And then we shall then thereafter have a plus panel discussion.
Ladies and gentlemen, she's sending us for lunch, but she didn't know where we are going for lunch. So she's going to find out where we're doing the lunch. But as she comes back, I needed to let us know that after lunch, we have another very well-packed afternoon. So we'd like to encourage you to come back as fast as possible because we have a presentation from a policymaker, Minister of Education, on what government of Uganda has for the girl child in as far as STEM is concerned. Then we'll have a panel of the professionals, and then as the day draws closer to the evening, we will be joined again by the Chief Executive who will come back, and then we will be joined by the Minister of State for Minerals, Honorable Fiona Nyamtoro, and probably the High Commissioner will also join us back for the evening session. Ideally, we are closing with a dinner, and in the process of doing that, there are also going to be recognitions. There are people who are going to be awarded certificates here. There's more decoration of people going to happen. I think that some people might win themselves vouchers. Amina is arranging something there that I do not know. So the afternoon is very exciting. I want to encourage you to be back, alert, and very ready. Please do not leave. You might leave your certificate or your lapel or your whatever gift behind. And for us to look for you in Chikagati to say, now pick, it's going to be a while. So please stay. And to the students, you're doing very well. Thank you very much. Engineer Sava and the head chef. Tell us what we should do.
Thank you very much. We are going to exit on my right, and we slope down at the swimming pool. We have two sessions. There is the lower arches, and the upper arches is where we are going to have our lunch. Thank you.
just to inform you, we're going to have a 1-hour lunch. So we hope to be here back by 2:30 so that we can start as soon as possible. We still have a lot to share with you, and we don't want for you to miss out. Thank you. There is a team that is distributing food coupons, but as soon as you get your food coupon, kindly follow what the gentleman has told us, and then you go have your lunch. Thank you. Bon appetit.
Bantu, in the meantime, you can come back and do your thing. The staff of the hotel informed us that there are food coupons. I'm not sure they are there. Who has the food coupons? The team behind. Memes Nabongo, do we have coupons or not? And Maureen, if we do not have them, then stand on the door and direct us how to walk there. If we do not have them. So it looks like there are no coupons, right? Is that a yes or no? Where? Hey, but you stand up. People do not know where to find them. Whoever has the coupons, can you stand up? Actually, go and stand at the door. Stand at the door at the exit so that people find you. You guys were hiding.